Hello everyone, this is Lorena, and I'm back with another video for Vanguard Zero. It's time for the Shutdown Arc to continue. Also, I said something about this series helping me with dates. What? I don't think I even bothered to explain how it would do that. But, I mean, I associate certain dates with certain things that happen to me. And that's helpful considering my memory is kind of bad. I mean, it's not as bad as I claim it is at times, but it's still pretty bad. Especially when I've already got plenty of evidence on the internet. Honestly. But yes, I do use certain dates to jog my memory. This doesn't mean that date with no... Sometimes I have to look things up to remember what the date specifically is. But the dates of certain episodes... The date of certain episodes and when they aired and all that tells me a lot about when certain things happened. And it can just, you know, make me, since I associate certain things with them, that makes it far easier to remember anything. Now, what do I remember because of this season? Well, shit gets real during this season. This season is, it was insane, let me just tell you that. So, this is the Dragon Empire branch. Can I just remember that Kazuma's name is Kazuma and actually pronounce his name right? Oh my god. Can't even believe I brought that weird tendency into this game. I didn't have to do that. Why am I doing that? Though, if you're in Japan, sometimes they'll tell you how to pronounce their name. Because sometimes their name can be spelled the same way, but mean another thing entirely. Wait a minute. Is that right? It's like, I mean, because of kanji, like, the kanji means more than one thing at once. Or maybe you're specifying which kanji your name is spelled with. That, you know what? I forgot. But I'm sure there is something along those lines that is similar to what I'm saying here with the dates. I'm not saying it right. I'm pretty sure I'm getting it wrong, but that's because I don't know Japanese, and that's also because my memory is, well, again, not that great. Although it's not as bad as I say either, it's just, don't rely on my memory to get everything correct. If you want me to know what I'm talking about, I need it in front of my eyes. In front of my eyes, okay? I am so bad at remembering things unless they're visually in front of me. And I'm also bad at remembering where anything is. Unless, of course, it's on my computer, or in my room, or my house. But if you want to know where something is in my town, I cannot tell you. But I can tell you where the store is, and I can tell you where McDonald's is, and also a Jack's, and I can tell you that there's a pharmacy coming in for my grocery store is going to have a pharmacy soon. I'm not sure if that's going to be significant for me, but although I doubt it, it is very interesting that I noticed that they are opening a pharmacy in that building. There's a lot of construction going on in there, and it's very awkward, but you know, change happens. I'm just very slow with change. It takes me a while to adapt, but let's move on. Because no one is here for my weird tangents. I mean, some channels, you might be there for the tangents, but I'm not sure if you're here for mine. I mean, honestly. Yeah, this is where the Promotion Association has its offices. But the first 3 floors are open to the public for them to come and play. And there are other branches too. They've all been named after a different nation from Planet Cray. Oh? Hey, sorry to keep you waiting. Hey, it's been a while. Yes, it has. It's been, like less than 24 hours. Actually, yeah, it has been less than 24 hours. I believe I was still recording at this time yesterday, but I also just don't remember. Oh, how rude of me. This is a new friend from Fukuhara High. Henry Hayao from the Vanguard Club. Thanks so much for agreeing to have a card fight with us. It's fine, no need to go overboard with thanking us, right? I couldn't agree more. Well, I'll look forward to our card fight, and I'll kick your ass. Oh, I should introduce you. This is Shion Kiba. Shion Kiba? As in the Kiba group? Yes, that Kiba. Yeah, that Kiba. Yeah, he's like one of the top students at our school. Good grades, great athlete. I'm a terrible athlete. I mean, I think that has something to do with the way I breathe. Because for my entire life, I've just had trouble with exercise. I just had trouble catching my breath. And it's not easy to know that because it's subjective and I don't look like I'm about to die after exercise. But it is how I feel inside. And I still think it's a breath thing because, well, that is something that I would have an issue with, considering I did live a good portion of my earliest. I lived without one nasal passage, and I breathed through my mouth to stay alive, and that wasn't necessarily easy because I'm pretty sure I passed out once, and I know there was an ambulance, and for some reason, I don't even think that was the time that my doctor was like, maybe there's a reason she went to the hospital. Oh, right. Yeah, let's just write down her gender. That's more important than making sure she has no physical abnormalities. Even though it's obvious that there could be some because she was born late. Yeah, and the circumstances of my birth weren't exactly clean either. And they're not suspicious that maybe they should double check my health. But eventually they figured it out. It just took them a ridiculously long time. Within that time, I'm lucky I didn't die. Honestly. But I'm not really an exercise person. But I probably could fix that if I worked on my breath a bit more. Which is going to be much more easily accomplished when I'm not under a time constraint. Like when this game is shutting down, for example. He's awesome at fencing and, of course, Vanguard. Everyone's talking about him as the perfect sprint. Everyone's talking about him as the perfect prince of Fukuhara. Really? Yeah, sure. I can understand why that sounds like perfection, but seriously. The perfect prince. Nice to meet you. Kazuma showed you. Hey! It's alright, I'm not offended. Oh, you should also meet our newest member. Yawn. Rain, why are you joining too? Stop, you guys. You're going to make me actually yawn one of these days. Yawning is contagious for humans. Just saying. I'm a human, and just because you're fictional over there doesn't mean you can't make me yawn. Seriously. Although, my weird views aside, let's move on. Although, seriously, yawning is contagious. That's scientific. It's like a thing. It's the thing that's been studied. Although I don't necessarily understand why. I think it has something to do with the day-night cycles and when to go to sleep, but I don't remember. Wait, did I actually watch a video about this at some point? I'm not sure. I don't know anything. But that's Ren Hashima. Yes, Tayo, it is Ren Hashima. But that's not an issue for you, is it? How do you get her? By bribing her. Hello, glad you guys can make use of the facilities. One service our branch offers is to provide service for teams to practice who don't have a place of their own. And I hope you'll make good use of it as often as you can. Okay, just do your job, because, yeah, I don't even know his age. This is the branch manager, and Mamoru. Kaguro clan leader. Welcome, everyone. As he said, I'm Mamoru Anjo. Hey. Alright, why don't we start the match between the Fukuhara Club and... We don't know your team name yet. Our team name, let's see, I guess we should decide on something. I know, since it's your team, Chrono, what do you think of this? The Chronos. What? Oh my god, what? Okay, I'm gonna assume that I may have mispronounced that. I mean, who the hell wants to be called the Chronos? Maybe like the Kronos, and you know what, moving on, I'm tired of this. I couldn't care less what name we have, just so long as it isn't a lame one. The Chronos is lame. The Chronos is lame. I completely agree with you. It is not. If you don't like it, then come up with an idea yourself. Well, I agree with Kazuma on this one, Tayo. That name is dumb. So, Kazuma, what do you have to come up with? I want to hear your idea of a good team name. Now, come on, guys. There's no need to argue. Why? You used to argue with people all the time, didn't you, Chrono? And I don't think you're going to stop doing it just because you're in high school now. If anything in high school, you probably argue more. Oh my god. So let's say Team TBA, but come up with something soon. Let's not do that again, Shion. Dear God. Please say he's joking. Wait, is that actually... What? And now stand up, Vanguard. I hope it was okay coming way out here for the match. Sure, I think it was a good idea to use this Venu. Discs. I still don't understand. I don't get it. And I understand my own fixation more, and I'm still confused by it. But at least it makes more sense in my head compared to this. But when I do look at Mamoru, it kind of does make a bit of sense. But, I mean, he's not really my type, so... Just a guess that maybe she thinks is... Oh god, I think I'm moving on. A go, Broken Heart. Complete guard. A Vanguard with LTL, attack, triple drive. First check, second check, a third check, stance trigger. All effects to Broken Heart. The rear guard that accumulated all that critical and power, it now stands? Oh no, what's the matter, little one? I'm just starting to have fun here. Generation Stride, conquering Supreme Dragon Dragonic Vanquisher VMAX. I haven't got a single grade 1 in the drop zone. Oh yeah, he's supposed to have a lot of grade 1s in the drop zone. And he doesn't have a single one, apparently, according to him. I haven't checked his drop zone, I'm just, you know, this is just based on what he's saying, so... Since he doesn't have a single grade 1 in the drop zone, he can't use any of his skills, which is unfortunate for him. Should I call another rear guard over here like usual? However, unless I can be sure to get rid of them all, the additional damage would... No, I should stick with this instead. Hey, I can hear you. You're thinking our moves out loud. Just hurry up and get on with it. Oh, yeah, sure, sorry. VMAX, attack the Vanguard. Generation Stride, drag driver Luard. I got rid of all his rear guards, but he's already got 4 units back up again. You're still talking out loud, Henry. Here I go. Hey, hey, hey! Whoa! What? What an interesting team. I'm truly honored that you approve. Leading a team like that can't be easy. We've always loved a challenge. He's not the team leader, though. I'm not the only one. You've got your own challenges. Maybe. I've never been much of an inspiration as a team leader. But this is the team you're entering the Under-20 with, right? The Under-20 Championship from the Promotion Association. It's a national tournament. For anyone who wants to turn pro, it's a really good first step. The survival of our club depends on winning the tournament. I'm sorry, we have to win. Well, I didn't form this team with the intent of losing. I want to improve my game. Get much, much better. Through Vanguard. I almost thought someone else was talking, and I'm just like, no, stop. This Kazuma Shoji. He doesn't seem to have any tournament experience to speak of so far. You must think he has potential. Too early to say. I know I might be taking a bit of a risk, but there's something about him. I feel it. Well, from you, that's saying something. It certainly makes me want to take notice of him. Hey guys, we've just finished our first round. Alright, so shall we get started? Sure. Now stand up, the Vanguard. Hey there, how's the match going so far? They're on the 5th turn and Chrono's riding Chronojet G. He just finished his turn after applying 2 damage. Shion's starting his next turn with the Stride. My new sword, it's time for you to descend. Ride, Knight of Heavenly Decree, Alt Mile. I've fought Shion quite a few times, but I've never seen that look of determination on his face. Go, Chrono, show him what you're made of. Generation Stride. Meta Pulsar Split Pegasus. He time leaps the units that had finished their attacks to execute a total of 5 attacks. Gear Chronicle has kicked my ass so many times. And you make acid, yes, my ex also used this clan. And yet it ended in no damage. Someday I hope I can be good enough to make Shion look at me with such determination. Notice me, senpai, except you're the senpai in this. You're the senpai, Henry. Someday I hope I can be good enough to make Shion look at me with such determination. I guess it's look at me, Kohai, or whatever that term is. I don't know. Did the emulator just freeze? Okay, I'm gonna have to restart the emulator then. I'll restart, it's no problem. I'm just... Actually, the video is starting to get long, so I'm just gonna try things up here. And I'll come back once I've restarted the emulator. Anyway, guys, that's it for now.